Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have Natalia, and she's my best friend at work. And Natalia, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, guys. So my name is Natalia. Obviously, I like to think that I do everything and can do everything, but basically, I like to think I'm an artist. I have many different interests, and I hyperfixate on different things every once in a while, and I decide that that thing is my life purpose. But
Natalia,
yeah,
يعني, come on, tell them what do you do? Tell them the art that you do.
Yeah.
Give them some of the
okay,
art.
so basically, I think we're here to talk more about like our film stuff.
No, I want you to talk about yourself.
Perfect.
We're here to talk
I
about
like
you.
to talk about myself. No, I'm kidding. Basically, I write poetry, and I'm writing currently a fantasy book that's kind of like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, that kind of vibe.
Okay.
Right, yes. I'm also a storyteller, I'm a filmmaker, and I'm trying to get into clay right now, sculpting. So let's see where that goes.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I do. But like my source of income in that sense, what I do is, for now, it's the film industry. So I work as an AD in TV and film, and I also currently work as a segment director / story producer, which is how we know each other, Yousef and I.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice.
Yes. So yeah, but I'm trying to start a business right now because I don't know if I see myself long term in the industry. Like, I see myself in the industry in the sense of, I'm making my own films because I like the art aspect of it more than I like the corporate side of it. So yes, we should look at her here because in post you put her image here. Hey.
Wait,
So yeah, that's what I do.
Hi guys.
Look over your shoulder,
Look, yeah, because
so funny.
you guys are basically down here right now, right? Like in both.
Yeah, exactly. You're floating above us in the heavens.
I love it.
So basically, we're at work. We were more like gossip buddies.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yousef is my gossip buddy. We used to have shoots in شو كان اسمها المنطقة؟ in شو كان اسمها, like the 3-hour ride.
Dhafra.
Dhafra. We used to go shoot in Dhafra, and so he'd pick me up, and the entire 3 hours or 4 hours on the road we're just gossiping. Which I'm glad we're no longer going together because it's so unhealthy, Yousef. You're not healthy for me. And I'd like to add, though, to give credit where credit is due, Yousef has saved my life once.
Okay.
But also, in all fairness, he put my life in danger once as well.
Only once?
He didn't put it in danger, but like I almost died, and he was like, I would have left you and just khalas, gone.
One for one, you know.
Okay,
I'm sorry,
thank you.
bro.
It's balanced out now. I forgive you.
It's
No,
one
I
for
want to
one.
know.
Like,
I want to know that story. Do you want to share that story?
You want to know
with
about
us?
the almost death or the
Yeah.
saving my life? The almost death is more fun.
Maybe almost death is more fun. Let's do almost. I want to do both. But how did he almost
So
kill
hard
you?
to explain though without like.
once we were filming in one of a country, okay, and the people there, they were not so nice.
They weren't very advanced mentally either.
I see. So we can't. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I like the respect. All right. Let's go.
Yeah, we respect them, of course. And so we were shooting there, and I was the only woman on set, and Yousef was with me, and the whole crew was guys. And then the people we were shooting were also men from that area, and we were, keep in mind, in the middle of nowhere.
طيب.
So Yousef, being the sound guy, he can hear everything that's going on. And so he randomly comes up to me and he's like, did you get everything you need? I'm like, yeah, but I would still like to take some stuff. And he's like, let's go. I'm like, what? Why? He's like, let's go. You know Yousef. He's like, no explanation. Get your shit and let's go.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, fine. Later on, like a year later, we were hanging out with our friends, and then I find out that he overheard them saying that they wanted to kidnap me.
You're joking.
Yeah, but why am I saying he almost killed me? Because I told him, like, what the fuck, you said? And he's like, yeah, I just warned you, but I would have left you there and just drove away. I'm not getting myself in any dangerous situation.
It sounds like a very Yousef. It sounds like a very
That's
Yousef
so
thing to say.
selfish.
Let's be real.
I would
if
have
she
killed
didn't
for
want
you.
to leave, like, what should I do? Yani, خلاص, I will leave. You know, they can kill us over there.
Okay, but then I was like, okay, but you would have submitted a police report, right? And he's like, no. Like, and
No.
since then, I haven't talked to Yousef. We're no longer friends.
This guy.
This guy, I swear, I don't know why I even like him.
Wallah.
I really don't know why I like him.
Beats
I
anyone.
don't know.
And he also likes to wake me up a lot. In my 29 years of existence, Yousef has woken me up more than my mom has.
You're joking.
That's
Man, do
true.
you remember? I think we had a shoot once.
That's true. Yeah.
And like, what happened? I think you called me and I was asleep.
Yeah.
and
You were overslept. You overslept, and I called you to tell you, like, I'm on the way to pick you up.
And I was like, oh, what time is
Exactly.
it? So I'm kind of glad you woke me up that day.
Yeah, that.
Not 2 days ago,
the
though.
Only ones.
Like, he woke me up at 9:30. My phone rang. And I don't know what kind of world you live in where you wake up that early, but it's a world I don't want to be involved
wake up
in.
early. I'm sorry. Like, I'm old now, you know? I sleep early. I wake up early.
Like, honestly, I wake up early too. I wake up at like 9 nowadays. But like, I feel like it should be like legally or ethically a rule where you do not call people before 11 p.m. maybe.
11 a.m. Yeah, enough.
Yeah, like a.m.
AM
works too.
I
Just don't call at all, please.
Just don't call. Just text her.
Just don't call. Don't bother.
Yeah, but like,
Just
but like,
text.
what? Are we vampires now? Or what?
La, we could be. I'd like to be a fairy, not a vampire. If we're playing.
You give
if
off
we're
fairy
deciding.
vibes, though.
Oh,
There's-
thank you.
There's like fairy vibes coming on. I love it.
I love it. Thank you. I like to think I'm a fairy
Once-
or an elf.
I remember once we were in the at work, and we were so bored, so we decided to do the what was the series cover?
What series cover? Ah, Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I quoted it on Instagram as Darth Vader, but it was It was
Yeah.
more of a Stranger Things mood.
We did like the covers for the Stranger Thing. We had the lights and everything.
I love that.
We
Is
work
there a way
hard.
you can? Is there a way you can share that? Because we can put it down there.
Insert picture, not over your head.
Insert
Instagram.
You can find it on Instagram, or we'll like put
Done.
it somewhere up here. But yes,
Yeah,
Nice.
that's the
Nice.
best way to work is to work with Natalia. You know, like how all directors, they will be like, yeah, come before an hour of the shoot. Natalia, no, come after an hour after the shoot.
no, Yousef, you can't say that shit. but in all honesty, because sometimes we'd have a shoot and let's say, I don't know, the talent that we're shooting wouldn't arrive until 3 p.m. You know, and okay, so the equipment people and the crew and some people have to be there earlier. But Yousef, I know Yousef. I've worked with Yousef. I know how long he takes to get ready. I know he's gonna be there on time. You know, so I'm like, you know, arrive with me. It's fine. So that's why he likes
See?
me. That's why he likes
Privileged.
me.
Yeah, that's how he
Privileged.
benefits a little bit. The little privileges of.
So you like
No.
working with me more than you like working with other people, yeah?
Yeah,
With
of course,
other directors.
Of course, like.
Next shoot, just don't come.
She's taking sound now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us more about your creative side. Yani, you're writing a book right now?
I am currently writing a book. Okay, so to me, what creativity is, it's basically something inside you, but it's also something outside of you. And it's like, because honestly, when I have my moments of inspiration and creativity, most times when I go back to that, let's say, I don't know, thing that I worked on, and I look back and I'm like, there is no way I did that. So I kind of feel like it's something like, I cannot explain it, inspiration or God energy flowing through us, because
The
it wants
universe.
us to bring down, to like manifest some energy in the
Yeah.
3D. Yeah, I do believe that so hard. So I'm writing a fantasy book, and basically the place where it takes place is a realm that has always existed in my head, which I do believe is real. Of course, I over exaggerated. And
Okay.
it's a place of creatures like fairies and redcaps and sirens and mermaids and stuff like that. Yeah, it's so interesting not to be. So I do feel like that place exists. Of course, some creatures don't, some blah blah, but like that energy or that frequency exists, and there are things that we do not see, that we cannot deny, that we're not the
That
only
exists.
people or
It's an
beings
energy
that
thing
exist
too, I
on this
think.
in this entire universe. Exactly. Yes, exactly.
I have a question.
So that
Because
of course.
I'm so intrigued by this world of yours that you have, and I wanted to know like how did that come about? Like, did it come about in a dream, or did this realm just always exist in your head, and now you're out here trying to like share this world with people, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. So basically, I did not realize that that world existed in my head until after I wrote that book. But how it came to be, I'm a reader. I like to read a lot, and a while ago I got into fantasy books. So I started
Nice.
reading a lot of fantasy, and then I've always loved writing. I've written poetry ever since I could remember. I've written scripts. I write a lot. So I was like, why not
Nice.
try to write a book? So I sat down, and the plan was I would write just a fiction book, nothing fantasy, nothing heavy, maybe I don't know, love story, shed some light on some mental health, I don't know, just something like that. But my mind kept coming up with these stories that were fantasy and fantastical, and I was like, I can't do that, because it's not easy. There are terms, there's so much research that has to go into it, and I don't know if I'm qualified enough to do it. And then I was like, there's a story in my head that is begging me to come out. Just write it out, I just write it down on a piece of paper and then throw it out. And then it kept evolving and evolving. And it came so naturally. I didn't have to sit and scratch my head like, where would that world take place? It kind of like it was there. That's why I was saying that, like, I feel like I'm channeling something from the divine or whatever. Because I feel the idea is there, and it's just a matter of who's catching it and bringing it to life.
It just
And
came
so
as
when I started
natural as
writing,
the
I
universe
figured out
wanted
that,
you to
okay,
share it.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
I get that. I love that. I love that you embraced that. You know what I mean? And the fact that you use the word channeling, and like, because it came out as naturally as it did, so it was meant to be.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer of like, everything's meant to be the way it's supposed to be, and if the universe sort of like universe, God, higher power, whichever you want to call it, it's like, if you're meant to do something, it will happen regardless of the situation or circumstance that you're in. So I think this was your purpose at the time, to share this realm, and like, I'm really excited to see it, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
And I feel like when the more in tune you are with your intuition,
Yeah.
the more aligned you can be with whatever's coming through,
No,
like if I'm too
completely
immersed
agreed.
in something that's not for me, and like, let's say the material world, which is for some people, it's not for me, I don't think I would have been able to channel that and manifest that. So it's always important to live in your purpose and function from your heart and your intuition. To me, that's the most important thing, because as you said, I'm a big believer in the universe's power and support.
No, I love that. And it's, you're right. I mean, that's how I sort of see, that's sort of how I've recently seen my life as well. So it's very relatable for me. I don't know about Yousef, but yeah,
It is for
good.
me. You feel like you're being guided, right?
Yeah, and it's like there's
You
like
f-
Like, I think that she doesn't know me enough. She doesn't know that nothing is relatable.
it's a
to
problem
me,
if you
like,
guys are co-hosts.
no, I know that I know he doesn't relate, but I wanted to give him the opportunity to say it. You know,
Yeah,
I didn't
Yusuf
wanna-
is such a.
I didn't want to just assume and put him on, like, shove him under the bus and be like, oh, you don't relate, bro. I don't know if you're on this side or this side, but like, you know.
Yeah. I feel like he's too grounded.
I'm so silent.
Are you a Taurus?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's such a like he has earth energy. He's too grounded.
Is that
he-
bad?
Oh, it's not
No,
bad. I mean,
he's
each his
definitely got
own.
earth. It's
No.
Yeah, but it could be good. Like you could do things that I can't, and I can do things.
Yeah,
that you
like
can't.
I
So
can
it
come and
depends.
tell you,
It's,
like, warn you, like, did you finish? And I will take you away. Like.
yeah, exactly. Practicality. That's the beauty of Yousef. I think is the practicality part of it. Like very practical. Love it. And we need
like
people
I was
that,
telling
you know?
my. Exactly, I was telling my boyfriend that the other day. He's actually not an earth sign, but he is very grounded and logical. And I'm a person driven by emotion and intuition. I have zero I don't have zero logic, but I'd rather not listen to my logic. So basically, I was telling him that I do believe that I tend to attract grounded people into my life because I'm so not grounded that they just need to balance me out.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe
True.
you might attract someone that's not grounded, so you guys balance each other out, for example.
That's true.
So each person has his own, like.
That's 100%.
I think it's important to have an anchor. You know, like
Yes, exactly.
because I'm myself, I'm a creative, right? And like I love to create, and I have all these ideas, and like the problem is I'm also an overthinker, so the ideas grow on each other, like naturally, like, you know, like I believe a higher power sort of like gives me these ideas, and then I can build off one small little idea, and I call them kites. So I've got like all these little kites, but I think it's important to have somebody that can anchor you to focus, because otherwise then I think, I don't know about you, but like for me it gets a bit overwhelming, you know what I mean? Like there's so many things
Exactly.
going on.
And the
and if
ideas might
everything's-
just stay ideas. You need someone to help you bring them
and it
down.
doesn't come to
earth.
fruition. Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly, yes.
So it's really important to have somebody to ground you and like to direct you in a way where you can achieve things, you know, like this book you're writing, for example. Like, so no, it's great.
And it's a good thing, like my entire family is earth signs. I'm surrounded by earth signs,
That's
which
good.
drives me crazy, honestly, because I can't stand them. No offense, Yusuf. And
Ask you, I was gonna ask, but I didn't want to overstep. So I know how that feels. I understand in its entirety how that feels.
are you? I feel like you're a Pisces. You give Piscean energy.
No, I'm a Gemini.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
There's a
Again.
there's a
What the hell?
that will come out. Yeah. I will
Yeah,
add.
but still, like air signs also need someone to ground them because air signs are so in their thoughts. They're more in their thoughts than they're down.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, once we had a road trip, me and Natalia, going to Al Dhafra. It's 3 hours away, so a
Okay.
lot of time, you know. So we had an idea of a movie that
Ooh,
never came
I
to
forgot about that. So where is the Taurus in you, Yusuf? I thought you were supposed to bring the ideas to life.
You were supposed to
Ooh.
write it, right?
I don't remember. Was I? Well, you didn't follow up, okay?
Okay, I will book an appointment.
What was the idea?
I'm not saying it here.
Yeah,
no.
okay.
I
Nah,
can't.
I remember now. I remember.
He's not making that commitment.
Don't
now.
steal our idea.
No.
It's our idea.
It's ours.
No, for sure. Let me
Even
know
if it
if you guys
doesn't
need
come
any
to
help. I'll
life,
jump
عادي
on
يعني.
board.
Yeah,
What?
but we should. Why not?
Why not? If we have the resources, if
Exactly.
you have the resources, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not gonna lie to you, with her,
Behind the back.
As usual. Okay.
I love it.
So once, for one of
I
the
was
episodes,
afraid. I was petrified.
for one of the episodes, I got a comment. Someone was attacking me. He was like, or she was. I have no idea who are they, but like anyway, they commented like, "Free Palestine, la 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 la." Don't you see what's happening in Gaza?
I
was
saw
like,
that, yeah.
I give them,
Obviously, we see.
yeah, but like,
Obviously.
for me, I just give them a heart sign, like, okay, yes, thank you, Free Palestine.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Like, you
And
can't
he
give
was
in
like-
to the hate.
He went in another comment like, don't you feel their pain? La, and he was super
Like,
aggressive.
I'm Palestinian. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
They're preaching to the choir.
You know, my reply was like, again, hearts, and yes, I
Yeah.
want that, you know. And then 5 minutes goes by, and then she replies again to the comment, and she's like, I'm sorry, Free Palestine, thank you, keep it up.
Oh
I
my
think
god.
she
You
entered
just
my
translated
profile.
hate into support.
Because he realized, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, he or
exactly.
she,
They
I have no
noticed.
idea, but like, yeah, they entered my profile, and they were like, they saw that I'm Palestinian, and actually I'm from Gaza, you know, like, so,
So they took it back.
you know?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so hard though. Like for me, I got it wasn't a hate comment. It was a more of a feedback, but it wasn't very lovely on
Yeah.
one of my YouTube videos. And I was like, this is very chaotic. I tried so hard to like it and blah 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 and blah blah. And at first, like, I wrote this entire text. I was like, pa 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 pa, and she was like, maybe add some text and blah blah blah. And I had some text, so everything she was saying or he was saying was invalid. Didn't make sense. But then I was like, erase everything, and I was like, okay, I have embraced my chaoticism. It's part of my identity. I understand my content is not for everyone.
Yeah.
Feel free, like, to roam about or just to leave. But it's hard not to I get so triggered by people who
Do you?
I don't.
criticize.
I really don't.
Yeah. I don't know why. I'm working
like-
on that though.
But like trolls are everywhere, I think. Not just trolls, but like people who are misinformed. And I mean, how do you cope with the idea of like how do you cope if you get triggered? Like what do you tell yourself? Like, you know?
Oh my god, I tell myself honestly there's a lot of hate everywhere, because like if you open Instagram today and you just go to any reel, any comment section, there's so much hate, and
So
it's so
much.
overwhelming. Yes, so much hate. And so at first I get triggered and I start typing, but before I post it, I sit back and I look back and I'm like, there's a lot of people in the world that are haters, and maybe like you can't preach to someone who's not willing to listen, so it's kind of pointless.
Exactly.
Plus, I
yeah.
try to come from a place of empathy. You know, they're not woke enough, perhaps, to see where I'm coming from or whatever. And so
Yeah.
I just step
No, I
back
underst-
and calm myself down. And
I understand that. I think the way that I sort of go about life now is more like, you give me very healer vibes, you know? Like, I feel like you've got like a healing, like understanding, empathetic energy, and the way I see
I
it
am
is...
very spiritual.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The way I see it... I got a bit excited there. The way the way
love
I
that.
see it... Thanks. I try. It's more like... you can't control anything that's outside of yourself, you know? Like, you can't control how other people react to specific things, and the only thing that you can control is you and how you react to things. So the way I see it is very similar to how you are, in a sense of empathy. So I try to understand, because people react to the level that they've healed themselves, right? So
Yes. Exactly.
yeah, you know what I mean? So for me, it's like, as long as we try to be kind, and as long as we that's all our intention is, at the end of the day, whatever happens outside of ourselves is something that we have no control over. So if we don't aggravate, or if we don't reciprocate, because I don't believe in fighting like bullying with bullying, you know, because then you'll just have more bullying, for
Yes,
example.
exactly.
So if you cut it off,
The
and
world
you,
needs more softness and kindness, and we'd just be doing the
yeah,
same
and like
thing.
love, and like, yeah. Exactly. So
Yeah, but like when you have someone who's just attacking for no reason.
Wish him well and move on.
mm,
It's easier said than
yeah,
done,
but like
honestly.
Yeah,
that
but like
there.
if you go to the root of the issue, listen. If you go to the root of the problem, you will find that he can't say that face to face.
Yeah.
No,
He
they
can
usually
never
can't.
say it face to face.
Because he's
So
just an insecure person. So, like,
so it's like, why do you need to feel that you're superior behind your keyboard if you can't come and face me with it, you know? And I'm the kind of guy that I want you to come directly to my face and say it say it in my face, you know?
yes, but like look at it in a way where some people are, it's an insecurity or they're weak. So they're afraid to face someone and be
Yeah.
honest with them. So maybe they make up for that by being hateful through their keyboards or computer screens. I'm not asking you to empathize with them because, like, God knows sometimes I want to kill them. But just, try to see it from a more human perspective instead of that bitch. And really,
That's
God knows.
Natalie.
God, I love her.
That's Natalia.
I love Natalia. Natalia is
I
my
love you
spirit
guys
animal
too.
at the moment. I swear.
Nice and sweet, but sometimes turns into a Russian vodka.
No, I love her.
yeah, but like seriously, also another thing as well is what I try to do, since we're still on this topic, is when I get triggered or when I get angry, I try to, when someone actually acts like a bitch on my like this, dirty. When someone acts like that, and I get angry, I try to, instead of look at them and judge them, I try to think, okay, what triggered me? Why am I triggered?
Yes, what
they
triggered
did?
me? Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
And when you look
same.
within, you're like, oh my God, it's because I cannot take whatever hate. I cannot, whatever your issues are, and go solve them with your therapist. I'm not here
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
do
Agreed.
that for you, but
It's so
yeah.
interesting that you said that though, because I thought about this a few days ago actually, because something triggered me, and and I thought to myself, it's why am I triggered by this person saying what they said? Do you know what I mean? Like, is there something that I need to heal? Is there something? Why does it bother me so much? Why do I care? You know what I mean? So, that's like one of the best advices I think that I've heard so
Exactly.
far, because
And
it's so
you can
true.
heal through people's hate, which is cool.
Yeah. And once you heal that
I
part
don't
and it
feel
doesn't
that, I don't feel that I get triggered easily.
no, you
Because
don't.
I feel like you're the kind of person who keeps things bottled up inside.
Yeah, but like,
Like,
The
how
small things
transparent
doesn't-
are you with your subconscious mind?
transparent as in what?
As in, are you honest with yourself if you get triggered, let's say, by if someone does something? Do you tell yourself, okay, I'm angry at that person because blah blah blah, but I'm gonna choose not to give it attention, or
Energy.
do you just or do you just consciously just say, I don't care? I that was so hard to explain. Oh my God.
No, but I think you hit it spot on.
Word
It's a good
vomit.
question.
Yeah, but it's a bit of both, you know. It
Okay.
depends, يعني. If it's something really big and important to me and it matters to me, then yes, I will be transparent with myself. But if it's something like a comment,
Okay.
I will just not even think about it. Like, fuck it.
Yeah, and that's good, honestly. It's a balance. I feel
That's
it's all about how unhealed you are or how open you are to healing, maybe. It depends on each case. You may be more healed than us,
Yeah.
so you don't get as triggered as us, or you may be not as open to heal as
يعني,
us. So.
I need something big to trigger me, you know. I don't get
I'll do
triggered
it.
easily. I doubt it. Yeah, but like to be honest, listen, I said this few times for friends of mine. And I guess one of them was Eliqa. I don't have the normal privilege like a normal human being to react with my feelings. I don't get to be sad.
Why?
I will tell you. I don't get to be sad. I don't get to be happy. I don't have that privilege. I need always to be on my toes. If something will make me sad, it can't be making me sad for a day or two or a week or a month, you know? I need to finish it fast because I need to get back on my toes and like on my feet, and I run around and try to survive. Simply, it's because I'm Palestinian, and it's very difficult sometimes to live as a Palestinian. So I don't get the normal treatment of people. Like right now in here in this country, alhamdulillah, everything is nice. Yeah, they treat us as normal human beings. Like there is no differentiation between one and another. But in the same time, if I want to travel, I can't. If I want to change my career suddenly, I can't. Sometimes people, they will be coming to you and tell you like, oh, I didn't like my life, so I stopped my career, I shifted my career, I'm trying new stuff. I can't do that.
You feel like that's a privilege that you can
that's a huge privilege, because for you as a Palestinian, you can't travel anywhere and you can't go anywhere, and it's not easy to live anywhere. There always will be having the stereotype that you're a Palestinian, oh, you did something wrong, while you didn't do anything in your life, you know?
I mean, honestly, that's so unfair, صراحة.
Yeah, but like, it's kind of Palestinians, they're used to it.
Yeah, as we say in Arabic, we say تمسحنا. So we can, like, even as Lebanese, we haven't been through 1% of what you guys are going through, but God knows we've been through shit too. And honestly, تمسحنا. تمسحنا means, تمسح is an alligator basically.
Okay.
And تمسحنا means like, we basically don't feel shit anymore. So,
isn't you're like, it doesn't, things just, it can't, no, I understand.
Yeah, like no matter what we go through, we can stand back up and move on. We don't feel as
exactly. So
as
that's why
intense.
it's very hard for me to get triggered easily. It's very hard for me when someone comes to me with feelings. Sometimes I can't understand their feelings because it depends. Like a human being, normal human being, he will be like, oh, I got sad today because I met with this person and this person didn't smile to me.
And you're like, people are dying in my country.
And like, for me, I was like, I lost half of my family and I can't see them. I'm sorry, but I have to live. And at the same time, with all of that happening, I need to be working, getting money, and I need to be taking care of myself and the leftovers of my family. Literally, it's like leftovers now.
Oh my God.
And I can't rest in that, And someone is coming to me and telling me like, oh, I got sad because someone didn't smile to me or wasn't so nice to me. Like,
okay, I'm gonna try. I want to say two things.
Yeah.
So the first thing is, one, try and see, because I know you've been through a lot, but someone who hasn't been through something that's that severe, okay, to them, okay, if their problem to you is that small, okay, and that's what they know, they haven't seen worse than that, to them that is that big, because they haven't tasted the worst. Alhamdulillah, akid. And it's not fair, of course it's not fair, but try to see it from that perspective. And another thing is, maybe that's why, maybe your lesson here is to open your heart. Because you've had such a tough, you come from a tough background, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Life is teaching you to soften your heart instead of harden it up to the world.
Yeah,
you know?
That's logical. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Yeah, I know, for sure. Like, I need to look at the things from their perspective. It's not like I deal with them in aggressiveness, like, oh, get the fuck away or something like that. No, but like in the same time,
you can empathize so much.
It's a very hard thing to do, and once I met someone who works in the with the UN. I was in Jordan, and he was like, it was like the Sudan things that happen in Sudan and stuff.
Okay.
So he was talking to me about it, like what they will do and the meetings that they have and the stuff, and people are getting killed and la la la, and he's running around all the in the place. And so I told him, listen, man, it's not that I'm not empathizing. I really feel it for them, but I can't be you. I can't have the same what you have, like the overreacting that you're doing. It's not on overreacting, by the way, but like for a normal human being,
For you, like it would be
for me,
overreacting.
Yeah, for
yeah.
you it's really, yeah.
Because
yeah.
I'm so used to it, I'm so used to it to the point that for me it's normal to happen. And I told him, man, I'm sorry, but like sometimes when you're on the edge and you're choosing between you dying or someone else is dying, you will choose yourself. So right now I'm choosing myself, and until I get to a point that I'm fine, and then I can be able to.
Then
care
you can
about
extend your hand, yeah.
Exactly.
Honestly, you can't. I learned that the hard way, because I used to always put other people before myself and help other people, even if I put myself in a shitty situation. But later on, I figured out that you can help more if you are healed yourself. Like when you're healed, you're able to help more.
Exactly.
Because you're complete. And
I
so
understand
you
that,
can
yeah,
give
yeah.
these pieces, but if you're not complete, you're giving away the bare minimum that you have, and it's robbing you dry.
And it's not fair to yourself, and it's not fair to the people around you either. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
Because the people you care about and the people that you love deserve the best. I don't like to say the best version, because there is no such thing as the best version. Every day you have a best version, right? Because you're learning and healing and working on yourself. But
yes, exactly.
I was saying how it's unfair to because, like, okay, so for example, like, I've recently realized that I'm a massive people pleaser. I used to be, at least. And I think now I'm in the process or trying to figure out how to love me more than everybody else. And as selfish as that sounds, it goes back to what you just said about I need to feed or water my garden before I can share it with everybody else, because I lost a lot of pieces of myself in that process. And I realize now that it's not fair to myself, and it's also not fair to the people around me who get the bare minimum, you know what I mean? So when you were talking about that, I think I relate 100%, because you have a jar, and if you don't fill your own jar and you keep pouring it out, your jar is just going to be empty, and you're at the detriment of that. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and you owe it to yourself as well. Like if you can find it in you to love others that much, you owe it to yourself to love yourself that much as well.
No, exactly.
We tend to ignore our spirit, our soul, the child that is in us, and I relate so much to being a people pleaser. I'm working on that as well right now, by the way. I'm going
it's tough.
through
Like,
phase
how
of
do you handle,
like I need people to like me, okay?
How do you handle the guilt? Because there's guilt,
oh,
right?
God.
Like,
there is so much guilt.
I used to be such a yes person, and like, and then now I'm trying to start saying no to things that just don't align with me, or things that I don't want to do just because I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? And
yes.
The guilt that comes from because for example, for myself, I tell myself, no, if you're a good friend, you have to say yes, because you love them and they're your friend, and you don't want them to not like you, and da 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 da. And if you've gone from a yes girl all the time to now all of a sudden you're saying no, it's like it's like I
what
want
you
to be
can
selfish,
do? It's so hard. I know. Oh God, I know it's so hard. Like even with my parents, sometimes I find myself like intuitively like I have to say no. It's something that's not for me. Let's say. But it's so hard, and my guilt starts eating me alive. But then I think like the way to go about this is each person is responsible for their own feelings. So you take care of
Yeah.
your own feelings, and if it triggers them or they're angry, then they should work on themselves to see your perspective and be okay with it. We cannot prove to everyone our like where we are coming from, and we don't mean anything bad. And just work on
Yeah.
yourself. Let him work on himself. Let her work on herself, and that way the world will become a better place.
The world is responsible for
That's
themselves,
true.
and
Yes.
it's no one's
That's 100%
responsibility
true.
to fix you or to comfort you in a sense of responsibility,
Yes.
That's something that I've realized as well, actually. But you can be there, you can support, you can, lend a shoulder and an ear. But at the end of the day,
Of course.
like for me, I know that my responsibility is myself and it's no one else's. I can't be mad at somebody for not,
Yes,
taking that
exactly.
on.
Just the same way that you would understand someone else if they came to you and they said, "No, I can't do that." You would try to understand where they're coming from. And
No, yeah, I agree.
People should be that way. We'll all be complete if we all work on ourselves individually.
I love
Instead of,
that.
I'm trying to give you some of my cup and you're giving him it, and it's just like, okay, how about everybody fill their own cup and then we can talk.
Yeah.
And
And if
then
I
we
have
give
extra,
more.
Yeah,
If-
sprinkles.
and if I have a bit of extra, I don't mind filling your cup a little bit because I
Yes,
care and I love you
exactly.
and you're important to me, and that's how I think that's how the world should go around.
Yes.
I think
That's
we'll just be
100% true.
more peace as well. Yeah.
Peace.
Exactly. We need
This
that.
is nice. Oh, this is
That was so
okay,
nice. We should do this more often.
often. I like this conversation. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it was
enlightening.
nice.
I
Let's
love
hope we spread some love today and peace.
I love it.
So we reached our end for this
طيب.
episode.
Pew, pew, pew.
So it was really nice having
It
you.
really was. Thank you.
And you're one of the characters that when you enter someone's life, like you mark it. Like
Thank you so much.
You're there always.
That's the biggest compliment.
It's not a compliment. It's the truth.
Yeah, like I like that. I like to think I leave some kind of impact on people,
do,
a
you
positive
do.
one, hopefully.
And I want to thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much.
I want to
That
say
was
thank
so
you too.
pleasant.
It was so nice.
Subscribe,
to meet you virtually.
like, leave a comment. Spread love, not hate. The world needs more love.
Yeah.
And
Make
I love
love,
you
not
guys.
war.
And you guys. And everyone.
Enjoy, people.
Bye.
And goodbye.
Bye.